Hi, first graders again. I hope that you're all doing great, not feeling too cooped up in your house. But you know what? When I've been sitting at home, I have been thinking I could eat a whole entire cake by myself. I bet you guys could too. So I didn't have the stuff to make a cake, so I just drew a cake. But I can't eat this. But I just want you to pretend. Pretend that this is a cake, but it doesn't have any frosting. And what cake doesn't have frosting? So we're going to talk about some different ways that we could frost this cake with fractions because it has to be educational. So we're going to talk about 1/2, 1/3, and 1/6. So here is my one whole cake. And maybe I want to put red frosting on half of this cake. Do you see how I'm just covering half of the circle? I could ice the whole cake in red frosting, but that's no fun. We need a little bit more color, don't you think? So I'm gonna put, maybe I'll I'll frost 1/3 of the cake, and that's gonna be blue. So look, I have 1/2 of my cake is red. 1/3 of it is blue. And then we have this itty bitty sliver down here, which could be filled with what? Any ideas? It's kind of tricky. I have these little slivers of green, and I could just slide one of those right in. Do you see how that fits almost perfectly? It's upside down, but I think you can still read it. So half of the cake is red, 1/3 of it is blue, and then 1/6 of it is green. So I could, I don't like red frosting. I only want blue frosting. So I could frost the cake in thirds with blue frosting. Do you see how I did that? Yeah? So this means also that maybe I want to share this cake. Maybe I could share it with how many people? If it's cut into thirds, how many people could I share this cake with? Well, there's 1, 2, and 3. If I only want to share it with one other person, that's when I would use the red, because I would be cutting it in half. Each person would get 1/2 of a cake. But what if I'm having a birthday party and I invited 6 friends to my birthday party? I can't hold all these pieces up, but I'm gonna do my best. So I'll do these top 3. If I have, imagine that the bottom 3 pieces are there as well. If I have 6 people at my birthday party, I'm not gonna give one person half the cake. That wouldn't be fair, right? I'm gonna give each person an equal slice of cake and frosting. So they're each gonna get 1/6 of a cake, right? So if you want, this is also a super fun game to play. You can even make these. I just took a bowl, like a cereal bowl, and I cut a circle. And then I cut it in half. And then I cut it into thirds. And you could play with these pieces and try to create your own type of icing on top. But there's one thing that you have to make sure. If I have half of my cake frosted. And let's say I want to put a third of it blue. Can I put another third? Does that fit? No, because it's going to cover up some of the red. Do you see that? So it has to be just enough to cover the yellow. Make sure that none of the icing is spilling over the cake because we want to eat all the icing. Okay, so I hope that was pretty simple for all of you. I know that you guys are all so smart and you guys got this down. If you do have questions, remember you may email me. If you want to send me a picture of your cake and how you decided to frost it, that would be amazing because I am so hungry right now. And yeah, make sure to do the questions that I put in the quiz on Google Classroom, and don't forget to do the 15 minutes of IXL. Remember that I can see if you did those minutes, and have a great day. See ya.